From the area known as Patriot Place, EA Sports set for football at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Arizona Cardinals and the New England Patriots. The bye weeks are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Check 48. Check 48, the mic. And let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball.
They'll run on first down. Gibson. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They'll try the left side. It's Gibson. And he's going to get this deep onto Arizona's side of the field. And he will take this all the way down to the Cardinals' 9. Yardage-wise, he's in the top handful of backs in the league so far this season. A great run there.
He's going to love that standing when it comes to contract time. But even more so, his team loves it because he gives them an identity and sets a tone.
Mike. Exit, exit. Alert, alert, alert.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Patriots drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. The extra point up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be fielded at the 6. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chandler Jones has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
Under 10, 10.
2nd and long. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. Well, CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
61, matchbox, lights.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. A tackle for loss there. 2 last week. He's tough to handle coming off the edge.
I mean, you talk about a defensive end, your first thought is how does he rush the passer? That's where he makes his big plays getting into the backfield. But the best ones can play the run as well. And that's what we're seeing from him, that excellent combination of holding the point of attack and also getting upfield to make plays in the backfield.
Check, 48's the mic.
Middle.
That's track. With that.
Middle.
Go.
What's that?
On second and 11 now. Allen. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. 18 big yards on that one. And a New England first down.
Mike.
Patriots, first down.
Hey, half.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be second and 9.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Yeah, Mike. Go. Alert 3. Motion. 58's the mic. 58's the mic. Check back.
56.
Sponge. No. Whip.
General West. Here we go.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
$3.19.
Mike, 58, right there.
Let's go defense.
Alert.
Wide. Get wide.
A quick throw out to Adams on the perimeter. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a tire breakdown on what the coverage was. That everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
58.
On third down, Gibson. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. A great play there. His 25th touchdown. Tying him at Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be fielded at the 6. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They'll look to throw now on first down. Jones has it. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. 2nd and 5. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. The Patriots going with a dime package here. 2 extra defensive backs on third. Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And the Patriots take over. Meanwhile, taking a look at what's going on in KC. And the Chiefs have jumped out to an early lead in their ball game. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. On first down, it's Gibson. There he goes, left side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. A big play there. His 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-0. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either. Second and 3. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chandler Jones in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Let's go. You tighten up. You tighten up. Check out. Check.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They'll run on 1st down. It's Gibson. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 14 yards is the pickup there and a New England 1st down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the gun, it's Allen. Throw left side complete. It's Hernandez. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12. Allen going to come to the line here, 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Chris Godwin, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead.
That drive was quick and impressive. Almost like they had somewhere else they needed to be after the game.
Point after, right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time, first half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Mike 5-2, Mike 5-2. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
No, check that.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. He finds Hopkins complete. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down.
Quit talking about it.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from 4th down to 1st.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Now back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. It's complete to Hopkins. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
We're going to work. We're going to work. Oh, 52's the mic, boys. 52.
He'll drop to throw. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Check it back.
He'll look to throw. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This is a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. And Gonzalez puts this one through. And that will do it for this first half. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. 2nd and 4. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Rashawn Gary in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for it. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Looking to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
Check 4.
Back to throw here. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. He's picked off at his own 47. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me. Kill. Turn up. Kill.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. That's into the hands of Edwards. 22 yards there, a first down. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half, 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets him 8. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
I'll be about your lunch because I'm about to take you to school. Squeeze. Go.
2nd and 2. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Tighten up, tighten up.
Go. 36.
Check 26. Hey. Kill.
2nd and 10. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the road
true.
to be fairly clear
that is
by the time we have to
positive.
leave the booth.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Watch the out. 48 for Mike.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. The end result, 21 yards. Allen going to come to the line here, 1st and 10. And he's 8 for 8 now, throwing the ball to start the game. Now Allen, flushed out right. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Check.
Half 85.
That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Chris Godwin, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as his guys continue to pour it on. The extra point up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Let's go.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Check 52. Check 52 to Mike. Squeeze, squeeze, double, double. Check 13. Check 13. Check 31.
2nd and 13. Throwing right, and that's complete. 18 on that one, and the Cardinals have a first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
First down, Arizona.
52's the Mike. Watch Mike, watch Mike. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Drop. Guy. Check 6 guy. Back, back, back. Go. Out, out.
They'll look to throw here. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. That goes for 14 yards. First down, Cardinals.
52, 52. Let's go, let's go.
First down, Cardinals.
Go. Switch up, switch up. Shift, shift. Check 99, check 99. You go tight. You got tight.
Back to throw now on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Edwards. And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Mike 52, Mike 52. Double dog, double dog.
This is Jones. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
52. Stop yo. Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Jam, jam. Check 3, check 3.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to...
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over.
Kill, kill, kill. Kill, 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 kill.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to look deep, and oh, it'll be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Flush to his right. And this is incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead. But I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles. It certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. To throw on 2nd and 10. Allen looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. Allen looks to throw on 3rd and 1. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
I don't even know why this team showed up. He's checking. Crash. Check.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the 1st down as he's tackled at the 1. It's 1st and goal after they rip off a solid chunk of yardage in the ground game on a risky 4th down call. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game.
58 is Mike. X3, 218, chopper.
They'll try to run this one in. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Got a man open. It's Sutton. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Shift! Watch the shift! Don't take! Spell!
Space to maneuver at the 40. And he takes it all the way down to the 22. And he gets this all the way down to the Patriots' 22. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. The Cardinal offense not going anywhere. They'll stay out and go for 2.
Kill. Pick the edge. Go. Check 52. Match box. Right. Get ready. Hey, alert 3.
They'll try and throw for it. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. The Pats at the line ready to go. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 39. And that will write a finish to this ball game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Pats, they continue to be one of the best teams around as they move to 10-2. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for Arizona, it's a loss that could wind up costing them a first-round bye as they dip to 9-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.